Jonah saving us all.
Like if you just look at the experts like Coke, right? Coke knows a lot about recycling. They've been advocating for recycling for like since the 1970s. Well, they don't do it. They don't actually, I mean, they produce what, like 300 million metric tons?
Sounds about right.
Every year. They're the biggest producer. So they don't actually recycle it, but they're really good at telling us why we need to.
I mean, I think that goes into sort of consumer responsibility. Coca-Cola has this enormous platform, and I think it's quite inspiring that they are using said platform to encourage recycling, even if they themselves do not do it. I think more people could, you know, follow through.
Consistent. I mean, from the beginning. So like even before the 70s, like in the 50s, Congress was going to pass these laws that, you know, we couldn't keep producing single-use plastics anymore. And they just came right in there and said, no, we have to use our taxes. We can recycle. And they co-founded Keep America Beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
Still around.
I mean, hello.
And how beautiful is America? Mm-hmm. They founded the Recycling Partnership. And then just recently they founded the Alliance to End Plastic Waste. That's a big partnership. I mean, billions of dollars they're putting into making sure
making slogans
why we should recycle the bottles we produce. It's impressive.
Do you like the taste of Coke?
I actually do.
I actually do.
I have to say, I don't drink a lot of it because, you know, pure sugar and all. But
what?
It's yeah.
Are you sure?
Well, yeah.
What about a Coke Zero?
Well, I think that has NutraSweet in it, which basically is not good. In fact, we should ask my mom about that because she's the neurobiologist. I'll get her in here. I normally don't like to be on my phone during these, but I think this is important.
Okay, we can edit this part out.
Oh, here she is.
And here we have a resident Coke expert.
Jenny, Joan and I are here trying to save the planet. We thought we could use your expertise. So we were talking about a couple of things you could weigh in on. Here, you want to see? No, I'll see it. Okay, there you go. So first of all, we were talking about how much we like Coke and how consistent Coke has been in terms of its efforts to get us to recycle. And Jonah was asking if I like Coke Zero, which I think has NutraSweet in it, right?
No, Coke. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I've never had it because it has NutraSweet and I won't go near it.
Yeah, so tell our folks a little bit about why.
Can you talk a little bit about NutraSweet?
Sweet has an excitotoxin in it, aspartate, and there is no blood-brain barrier to it, so it can get into the brain, and it causes problems because the brain is very carefully calibrated, and if there's too much transmitter, you get damage called chromatolysis.
Oh gosh.
Not enough, you get a different kind of damage called apoptosis. And aspartate can get into the face of the brain, only a very small part of the brain, but unfortunately, that part of the brain controls hormone output. So all your hormones get messed up. And so people, for instance, women who drink a lot of Diet Coke, they don't menstruate.
But Mom, what happens about, because also like when you're drinking Diet Coke, you also are eating a lot of plastic because, you know, the plastic degrades. So can the plastic maybe counteract the harm from the NutraSweet?
I don't think so.
Really?
Are you sure?
What do you think? You always have opinions about such things.
Yeah, you know, I'm no medical expert, but I would almost venture to say that the kind of the chemical warfare that's happening between this sort of hormonal imbalance and plastic are synergizing together to sort of bounce off one another. And in fact, I think it's promoting health and wellness in this.
So maybe that's why Coke has been pushing so hard for plastic to keep the plastic bottle.
To keep plastic in production. Because conglomerated with their chemicals.
How bad they say they don't know how bad NutraSweet is, but they know how bad NutraSweet is, and they know that those two things will cancel each other out.
Yeah, it's actually quite thoughtful.
You know,
that argument
my mom's just a scientist, and I think we should just go with our guts on this.
Yeah, I'm sort of done with this whole believe scientist
You're retired,
rhetoric.
so you're probably not up,
Not up to date.
science, right?
I
She's a
only know
retired
about-
neuroscientist.
I only know about excitotoxins.
She's also really good
Uh-huh.
at it.
I was watching this documentary program many years back called Chelsea Lately, and they had a scientist on, I believe her name was Cameron Diaz, and she also made the claim that you should, if you're gonna drink soda, you should just drink regular soda as opposed to the
Right.
diet or zeros.
Yeah.
Right.
But
then
I'm a little
then
dubious.
It doesn't cancel out the plastic, so you do.
Yeah,
have to- but
you
you know, it's a small price to pay for all that freedom. But Mom,
Yeah.
aside from that, what do you think about recycling? We're trying to figure out.
Well, I don't know much about recycling. I know
Mm-hmm.
that very little of it gets recycled.
Yeah.
and
Where
that's
do you
a
get that
problem.
information?
Who's telling you that?
Yeah, I've read
Yeah.
about it. that
You know,
it-
I'm sorry, Mom, but I feel
they
like
used to
you're
send
being a
it- they
source of
used to send it to
misinformation.
China. China decided they didn't want it anymore.
Yeah.
That's what.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave because this is too much misinformation. For our audience. But thank you.
We don't promote fake news on this
Yeah.
program. If you ever get a chance to
Yeah.
go to Jennifer's personal address, which we will be sharing,
That's right.
please get a hot meal from Dr. Price.
Tuesday is sourdough day.
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Price household. So yeah, you might want to pop by on Tuesdays. But that was a little, you know, that's the problem. I mean, even the person who did the research on NutraSweet is telling you that
I mean,
it's
dare we
first
say,
that there's nothing wrong with it. Because
Yeah.
that's what Monsanto Cyril will tell you.
Jenny and Jonah saving us all.